Sorry for cussing. I'm trying to get better at that. This is why I just do not want a daughter, bro. Just because of the fact that I know I'm probably going to prison, bro. Because if anybody, I don't care who you are, if anybody try to hurt, and this goes for a son too. You know what I'm saying? But it's really different with a daughter, just because of the fact that they're more frivol. You know what I'm saying? They're more like fragile and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I would protect them at all costs. And he has a lot of courage to be able to sit on this stage and talk to this kid that abused his daughter. Because me, bro, we wouldn't even have made it to Dr. Phil. We wouldn't even have made it. He might have made it to a doctor, you know what I'm saying? But he wouldn't have made it to Dr. Phil if this was me. That's all I'm saying. He wouldn't have made it to Dr. Phil.
Are we live? We live.
Yeah.
Okay, so I ain't gonna curse, but these.
So listen, man. First and foremost, before we get to this video, I do not condone any type of violence, bro. And that's especially when a man hits a woman. Now, I don't condone either one hitting anybody, but that's kind of crazy, just because of the fact that generally, and y'all might think what y'all want, I don't care. Generally, a man is typically stronger than a woman. If you line up 100 guys and 100 women, the women 9 times out of 10 is gonna lose, if not 10 times out of 10. But anyway, this video is about, man confronts his daughter ex-boyfriend who admits to physically abusing her. So this is a Dr. Phil episode, so definitely probably getting copyrighted out the gate, but I'm not worried about that shit. So let's go ahead and get to the video, man. Let's get it.
Autumn has been through physical abuse and mental abuse through her parents, stuff that's happened her whole life growing up. Autumn has told me stories about where her dad has hit her and where he's like drug her out the house by her hair. She told me that her father used to call her a raging bitch. And she also told me that her dad's racist.
May I? So, I don't know if I've ever met anyone more foolish than you.
Yes, sir.
Let me... So let me carefully define the situation for you.
Yes, sir.
You've come on stage and you're smiling and you find great humor in the fact that you're sexually assaulted and physically assaulted my daughter.
There's no humor to it. There's no humor to it.
You had the courage. I don't think I want to call it that. I think I want to call it the poor decision to look my wife in the eyes and use your fingers to illustrate. But if you'll listen to me, I want to outline the situation for you.
Everything you're saying, yes, sir.
Okay. I've trained thousands.
Just to pause real quick, there's another part to this. I'm gonna watch the other one too. I ain't gonna lie.
Of warriors,
yes,
soldiers
sir.
to take the battlefield.
Yes, sir.
In some of the most austere and dangerous conditions imaginable.
Yes, sir.
Against some pretty scary armed aggressors.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. That's probably why your daughter's
I've come
so afraid.
looking for you. And I'm going to just tell you that by the grace of God in heaven, I was unable to find you.
Yes,
and
sir.
it's only through my inability to...
Man, you know what he giving vibes of? That one dude from Taken, when he was like, I will find you and I will kill you. Bro said I got a specific set of skills. I don't know what else he said on that movie, but that's the vibes he's giving right now.
To do so that you still draw breath.
Yes, sir. So you're gonna kill me.
So I'm just gonna tell you on behalf of...
Are you threatening to kill me? Is that...
Bro, this is... Okay, I'm pausing one more time. I don't give a fuck. Sorry for cussing. I'm trying to get better at that. This is why I just do not want a daughter, bro. Just because of the fact that I know I'm probably going to prison, bro. Because if anybody, I don't care who you are, if anybody try to hurt, and this goes for a son too. You know what I'm saying? But it's really different with a daughter, just because of the fact that they're more frivol. You know what I'm saying? They're more like fragile and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I would protect them at all costs. And he has a lot of courage to be able to sit on this stage and talk to this kid that abused his daughter. Because me, bro, we wouldn't even have made it to Dr. Phil. We wouldn't even have made it. He might have made it to a doctor, you know what I'm saying? But he wouldn't have made it to Dr. Phil if this was me. That's all I'm saying. He wouldn't have made it to Dr. Phil.
No,
Facts.
Are you threatening to kill me?
No, I just know what would happen. Based on your behavior, nobody can have a sensible conversation with you. You've got my daughter wrapped up in this cycle of domestic violence where the tension phase builds up. And then she does something to try to gain your favor, but it triggers you, and then you batter her and you beat her. And she tries to get through it as quickly as she can so she can get into the honeymoon phase to try to please you again.
Yes, sir.
What we've tried to explain to her, and that's when the sex happens, by the way, she's tried to explain to us that she thinks that that's who you really are, the guy during the honeymoon phase. What she doesn't understand is everything is about getting to that for you, but you're really the other guy. You're the guy that lives in those other two phases.
See, this
You're
is
the
how
guy
I
that
see.
beats women.
You see all this.
You're the
you see
guy
all
that
this
rapes
other
women.
stuff.
You're the guy that has
He's finishing his statement.
to come on stage and look my own wife in the eye on national television and illustrate that you're going to have sex with somebody with your fingers. I know that Dr. Phil has the ability to figure out what's wrong with you because the Lord knows that I don't.
Yes,
Damn, bro. We get into the next one, though. We're going to go to the next one.
You believe that she tells the truth?
Well, this is what happened. One time her mother barged into her house when me and Autumn was not supposed to be over there. And Autumn tried to defend me
get his side
to
of the
her
story.
mom. And she said, you know how dad smacks me around sometimes, like trying to defend me. And that's when I was like, this isn't okay. Like, I shouldn't be doing this. And the fact that her father does it, I feel like that's part of the reason why she keeps coming back to me. And she thinks it's okay for people to put her hands on her.
So you think she's, for whatever problem you have, you think she's at least honest? She would.
So you're telling me that your girlfriend tells you what happens to her and you take that and say, oh, I guess I got to do this to you too. Like, what type of mind state are you in? I don't understand, bro.
Wouldn't say that if it wasn't true.
Oh, definitely not. I feel like she's really afraid of her parents, and she tells me that her parents are very judgmental about the stuff that goes on with them.
And you believe what she says is true?
I believe what she tells me is true.
So when she says that you sexually assaulted her, then that would be true too?
Under conditions, I did not
What?
sexually assault her. No, I did not sexually assault her. But
Well, when do we believe her? Do we believe her when she's talking about someone else but not about you?
She believes she was. Under the circumstances, she believes that she was. She does not doubt that she was sexually assaulted.
Okay, well, let's talk about what you said about the night.
All right.
You said that you, on the 10th of September in 2017, you picked Autumn up from a club.
Yeah.
This is what you said, that you found her passed out in a car with some unknown man.
Yes, sir.
And that you finally were able to wake her up and she fell to her knees when she got out of the car.
Yeah, when she picked up, she fell down.
Yeah. And that you put her in your car to drive home, and somewhere along the way you slammed on the brakes and Autumn hit her head on the window or the dashboard.
Yes, sir.
You slammed on the brakes on purpose?
Yes.
And why did you do that?
Because I was like,
what?
who is that guy you was with? And she was like, what guy? I don't know who you're talking about. I slammed on the brakes. I started screaming. I was like, who is that guy you was with? I pushed her head up on the door. I was screaming at her.
Bro, lock this man up. Lock him up, bro. He probably in jail by now, to be honest with you. This was 5 years ago. He's probably in jail. I mean, to be honest, they definitely should lock a bro up.
And she's like punching me, kicking me.
This
and
dude,
I
man.
grab her wrist. I forcefully push her into the back seat, and then I take off driving. We get back to my house, and then we're just laying down because by then I'm cooled down.
Okay, so you assaulted her in the car because
Yes,
you
sir.
were jealous about her being with somebody else.
No, sir. I was mad that
That's-
she kept lying to me.
So she got
About
out of the
that.
car and fell backwards onto the grass, and then you took
What?
her inside,
Yes, sir.
changed her clothes, put a Band-Aid on her knee.
Yes, sir. Because her knee was bleeding. I didn't realize her knee was bleeding until we got to my house, and then that's when I changed her clothes. I put a Band-Aid on her knee, and then we laid down in the bed, and we was laying down for a little bit, and then like she started rubbing her butt up against me, And then that's when we did what we had to do.
The sad thing is, bro, I know these type of girls, bro. These type of girls, man. He's not a good guy, but these type of girls, because they may have had trauma or they feel like they've been through trauma in life, you don't want to mess with them, bro, because they'll mess your life up. And this guy is cool with it. Like, he's engaging. He actually is trying to be that guy that she's scared of. Like, this is a movie type deal, bro. This is some movie shit. Sorry for cursing again, bro. I apologize. But this is almost like a movie script, bro. And he's just fulfilling that. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know.
You know.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
she woke up an hour later and started freaking out.
Yes,
and
sir.
screaming and
Yes,
called
sir.
her dad to come and get her.
And then that's when she was like, I want to call my dad. And I was like, this isn't like an ideal situation for me to meet your father. Like, I don't want to meet your father like this.
So she was. But when
How did you want to meet him?
She was passed out and incapacitated.
So I'm curious about.
When you found her in the car, passed out.
Yeah, she
At
was
the club.
asleep. She was asleep.
Yeah. And you said, you said she was passed out and she fell to her knees when she got out of the car.
Yes, sir.
So, and she thinks maybe she had been roofied
Yes, sir.
by this other guy.
Yes, and then she told me that afterwards, her dad picked her up. That's when she told me that she didn't remember anything and that she had been roofied. And that's when I was like, oh, in the back of my head, I was like, dang, we had sex and you just told me that you was off a roofie. So she doesn't remember anything that happened. Mm-hmm. And so now it's like.
So that's where she can say I was sexually assaulted. She could blame you for roofing her. And then because this ain't lining up. This is not lining up, bro. In my book, it's not lining up. In my eyes, I feel like bro drugged her and then sexually assaulted her and then took her back to her parents and she passed out and everything like that. That's what I'm getting from this.
What's that make me look like? But at the end of the day,
Exactly.
Yeah, what that makes you look like, because I took a hard look at the law in your state, and it's
He's
pretty
going to jail,
interesting,
bro.
because
Send him to jail.
there's a statute of limitations, 8 years actually, and it says rape is unlawful sexual penetration of a victim by the defendant, and the defendant knows or has a reason to know that the victim is mentally defective, mentally incapacitated,
Yeah, bro.
or physically helpless.
After him reading that, he's not finished. But after him reading that, there's no way this young man, should not be put in handcuffs at some capacity, bro.
And it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not that you have to meet all of these.
It's
any one of these.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, anyone, bro.
You assault her in the car. You say she was incapacitated when you found her.
Yeah, when I found her.
Then you assault her in the car.
Where'd
Then
you find
go
her?
home and she's clearly incapacitated, and
No,
you still.
there was time lapse. That's my girlfriend. We've had sex plenty of times. We've had sex every day, countless times. Like,
Oh my gosh, I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear it, dude. To be honest with you, this man, bro, he need to be in jail, bro. He need to be in jail. I would do the outro, but I'm not because of the situation and what's going on. But yeah, man, I don't rock with this at all. At the end of the day, y'all stay up, man.
My nigga.